Hi people, I'm the Average Scot Consumer, and today we're going to look at the Humax AURA Freeview Play recorder box, and this has Android TV and Chromecast built in. As always, if you find this video helpful, then please hit that like button, and if you're new to the channel, then hit subscribe for some more personal and home and kitchen technology videos. So this box has basically been marketed as the ultimate all-in-one Freeview and Android TV box, and it does do a really good job of it, but there is a few things missing that are letting it down at the minute, which is down to the software, so it could change in the future, but right now there's some major concerns. So looking at the remote control, it feels pretty standard. It's quite a nice remote, but you have the Freeview play button, which you might use a lot, and directly above the channel button you have the Android home button. You also have apps, a dedicated Amazon Prime button and a Google Assistant button, which is important because you have a built-in microphone in the remote control, and you use this for the Google Home and Assistant features. So the box itself is nice and compact, and it has these buttons along the top. You won't really use them because you'll use the remote, but it's nice to have them there anyway. And just as a comparison, this is replacing my old FreeSat box, and there's a massive size difference as you can see here. And that's quite impressive considering the amount of technology and features in this new box compared to my old one. And it also has this mesh grilling round the outside all the way around, which can only help with ventilation and reliability. On the back you have your aerial connections, your HDMI port which will go to your TV or your sound system depending on your setup, your internet connection, 2 USB ports and a digital audio port as well. The first time you turn it on, you will have to pair your remote control with the box using Bluetooth. Now this is essential if you want to use the Google Home and Assistant features with the microphone. After that, you'll need to sign in with your Google account so that you can use these features and download any apps that you want to get. So it doesn't take long to set up, and then you're ready to go. And I would say this box basically has two main systems that you have to navigate. One of them is Freeview Play, which will go through here, and the other is the Android TV, which will go through as well. When you're watching TV and you change channel, there is a little delay before the picture actually comes up on screen. It's not a big issue, but it is slower than other services like Sky Q for example. As you're watching, you can bring up this little mini guide, which is really nice and clear at the bottom, with the channel, a picture of the show that's on, the time that it's on, and the details. And if you scroll to the right on this, you can see what's on next, and then after that see what's on as well, and the times that they're on it. You also have this little other mini guide if you press the up and down arrows. It's not as clear, it doesn't give you as much details, so I don't really know why it's there when you have the other one, but it's there anyway. If we move into the main TV guide, it's really good to use. It's really quick and responsive to move through the channels because of the power of the box, and it's really laid out well with clear details for all the channels and what shows are on, and it gives you little symbols for shows that can be watched from the start if it's live at the minute, and shows that you can watch on the on-demand players as well, which will take you to the likes of BBC iPlayer and ITV Hub. You can also click into a show as well, and this is where you can get more information on the show, see upcoming episodes, and set it to record or set reminders. And if you set to record, you can record the single episode or the entire series. If you click onto a show that's already started, for example the BBC News here, then if it's available it will give you the option to watch the show from the start, and this will take you into the BBC iPlayer. Obviously I've not signed in yet, but if I had, it would take you straight into the start of the show. There's also a dedicated button on the remote control for your recordings, and this takes you to the recordings menu where you can search by programme, channel, day, and also go to your schedule, which will show you your upcoming recordings, and it'll also tell you how much free storage you have. And as you would expect, you can also pause and rewind live TV. So now we come on to the Android TV side, and this is where you would really expect the box to come into its own, and there is a couple of really notable absences here. The biggest one is obviously Netflix. Now this could be a massive deal breaker for anybody that's looking to get this box. If they don't add this in the future, then it would be a major disappointment. And on top of Netflix, you also don't have Apple TV or Now TV. We might find that these apps get added in the weeks and months to come, but they're not at launch, and that is a big issue. And it makes me wonder if they've rushed this out for the Christmas period, and that's why some of the apps aren't fully developed and some apps are completely missing, such as Netflix, Apple TV and Now TV. In terms of the main streaming apps, they all work really well. They're quick and responsive due to the power of the box, and certain ones such as Disney Plus, BT Sport and Amazon Prime all have full 4K HDR pictures. There's a dedicated apps button on the remote control, and this takes you to this page where it shows you all the apps that you've downloaded. If you click into Get More Apps at the top, it takes you to the Google Play App Store, where it gives you a selection, and basically any of the apps that are available you can view here and download. I did have a problem when setting this up by trying to get it to send a 4K HDR signal. HDR didn't work on any of the apps, and 4K only worked on a couple, and the compatibility checker on the BT Sport app proved this, that it wasn't HDR and it couldn't send HDR. So it turned out that I had to adjust settings on my TV in order for it to recognise an HDR signal, but the Humax AURA box wouldn't realise that I had changed the settings on the TV unless I turned the AURA box off at the wall and back on. It was only then it would realise that my TV settings had changed and then output a different picture quality. If, like me, and you have a Dolby Atmos enabled sound system, then you want to take advantage of this, and Disney Plus has always been excellent on the Xbox Series X, for example, at this, but it's completely missing from the Humax AURA version. I contacted Disney Plus support and they told me that the device isn't supported, so it could be added in the future, but we don't know. And that's annoying because it specifically says on the box it supports Dolby Atmos and DTS-X. A feature that does work well, however, is the ability to cast from your phone to your TV. When you click into it, it sends it to the TV really quick and plays it at the best available quality. So that is basically the first impressions of the Humax AURA box. It's hard to do a final review when the software could change so much in the coming weeks and months. But what's clear now is that the box itself is an excellent piece of technology which is just let down a little by the software. The Freeview Play side is excellent, but the Android TV side is lacking Netflix, Apple TV and Now TV, and also that extra level of support for things like Dolby Atmos on Disney Plus. So it is a great box, but it might just take a little while for the software to catch up. I'm the Average Scot Consumer, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.